Hey guys, Patrick here. Early August, we are in the 8th month of 2020. It is the most unique year any of us will experience, I'm sure, in our lives. Specifically looking at the Niagara real estate market and what's been going on. Incredible sort of roller coaster ride we've had. I don't think anybody's expected to see what happened in March, let alone April, May, June, or July. So we're going to cover that very quickly. In the last couple of days, we put out some fun Instagram stories with some quizzes and some multiple choice questions on the market. So we're going to basically cover that and then go over it very quickly for you so you can get the latest scoop. So let's go. So sales volume, that is the number of homes that change hands every month. So if you look at the year so far, 2020 so far, looking at January 2020 versus 2019 and so on and so forth. Here are the quick numbers for you. January up 13%, February up 39%, March down 12%, April down 62%, May down 36%, and then the recovery started. June was up 13%, and July was up 36% year over year in the total number of sales in that month. That was an all-time record by a mile. There was over 1,000 sales in the month of July. That's never happened before. It actually beat the previous 1 month record for July by 20%, which was July 2016. And if you remember, 2016, the beginning of was when everything sort of flipped for Niagara. So the sales volume is a huge one. So for June and July, the sales volume was up 24.8%, just under 2,000 sales. And again, after being down 62% in April, I don't think anybody could have predicted that was going to happen. So it's part of what we're seeing as a huge comeback, a huge rebound that's going on in the market. So February 2020 was the first time the average sale price for all of Niagara cracked 500,000. It was 501,000, I believe. Year to date, the average sale price so far in 2020 is actually 526,000. That's an increase of 16.4% year over year. Now, when everything changed at the end of March, that did affect prices. So the average sale price in April was actually 480,000, so it came down. That was largely because those higher end homes weren't trading. The 700-800 million plus homes weren't selling as much or hardly at all back then, so the average price came down. And then we've seen that recovery. So now, since that 480,000, every month since April, so May, it was up about 30,000, June it was up about another 30,000, and July was up another 30,000. So the average sale price in July for Niagara across the board was $579,000. A big piece of that is because a lot of homes over $1 million traded in the month of July. St. Catharines and Niagara Falls both tied or set records for the number of sales over $1 million, which definitely factored into that number. So dollar volume of sales. So if you took if you took the purchase price of every home that's sold so far this year in 2020 and added it all up, what number would you get? We had guesses or answers from 980 million all the way up to 3 billion. It is 2.3 billion as of about 4 days ago, which is more than the entire year of 2015 combined. So again, the total number, the average sale prices of all the homes so far in 2020 totals 2.3 billion. We're actually on pace for about $4 billion for 2020. Never touched that before ever, but obviously with average sale prices where they are, it makes complete sense, right? As sales volume gets back to on track, and then the average sale price being up, of course, that's only going to go up. So it's gonna be very close to, if not at, 4 billion by the end of 2020. St. Catharines is the largest volume market in Niagara, meaning the most homes change hands in St. Catharines on any given year. So we tend to track that a bit more. Average sale price so far this year is up 11.7%. 469,000. June and July was actually more than that. It was more in the 475, 485 range. I mentioned a few clips ago that the homes over 800,000, a million, a bunch of those did trade in the last 2 months, which drove that number up. It's actually up. The average sale price is up so far this year about 100,000 more than it was 3 years ago. So really a sign of the times and what's been going on with that upward swing in average sale prices in St. Catharines. Staying on St. Catharines' average sale prices, again, as mentioned, June and July were higher than normal. The average sale price in July was actually 492,000. A big piece of that is the higher end. So previously, only twice we've had 7 sales of $1 million or more in a given month in St. Catharines. That happened back to back last year. August and September each had 7 sales over $1 million last year. So only the third time in record that's happened was this past July, last month. So again, the trading of all those higher end homes, I think, really pushed that average sale price up, or I know because it's math. But again, a lot of those houses were sort of paused back in March, April, and May. So we're seeing perhaps a delayed effect of those higher sale prices on the average for July. So I think it's reasonable to expect as we get into August and September that average sale price should come back a bit, unless we see that maintained volume of higher end, in which case it'll stay up there. So we might get into the point, or we will get into the point, where we have to start pulling $1 million plus out to some extent, so it's not, you know, creating this outlier or this artificial impact. But if you look at the whole market where it's at, yeah, July the average sale price was $492,000. So Niagara Falls, average sale price in Niagara Falls was up 11.8%. Remember, St. Catharines was 11.7, Niagara Falls 11.8. So good win there. 486,000 was the average. Very similar to St. Catharines, Niagara Falls set a new record for the number of homes that sold over $1 million. Previous record in Niagara Falls in a given month was 3, which happened 3, 4, 5 times. July 2020 there was 6, so double the previous record. So again, and along with a number of other higher end homes trading that pushed that number up. But again, sitting at just under 490,000 year to date for the average, which is a pretty significant number for Niagara Falls. So here's a bit of a mystery. St. Catharines is a unique animal as far as new listing inventory goes here in August. So a lot of the other larger volume markets, Niagara Falls, Thorold, Welland, Fort Erie, Niagara Lake, they have similar or more new listing inventory coming on. So again, listing inventory back in March, April, May was way down, and now but those shelves are getting restocked. So you have more supply, more options for a buyer. St. Catharines, July 2020, the new listing inventory was down 11.4%. So you combine that with this increased demand, and as a result, what happened the last 2 weeks in St. Catharines, the average sale price was 105% of the asking price. So let's say all the homes that are in the market in the month of July were 500,000. That means the average sale price for all of the sales was $525,000. So again, when you have that undersupplied market, and you couple that with demand, you're getting the market conditions we're seeing out there, which is competing offers in this sort of heightened activity. Not across the board, but more than we were last year. Not as much as we saw 4 years ago, but certainly more than we saw last year. So very intriguing, very interesting, very unique times in the market out there. I think I'm done. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, reach out. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever that happens. I think it might be down there, over there. And keep track of things that's going in the market. Otherwise, on our website, we keep track of it on there through blogs and whatnot as well. Hopefully you found it helpful. Again, thank you for visiting. Any questions, reach out anytime. Take care, be well, take care of each other. Okay, thanks guys, bye.